Haven't done one for a few days. Lots going on. I just don't feel well. I don't really know why. I didn't even have a glass of wine with my roast dinner that I cooked myself yesterday. So, there's no schools in, they're all shut. I was going to work this week, but I'm not working today. So there's only 3 more days really. Am I going to go in? There's nothing going on out there, the office has told me that. Anyway, and I've got a new hat as well, which turned up today. The reason we want to keep America great, being from England, is the fact that whatever goes on there is going to happen around the world. So that's why a lot of us have got our eyes on the USA and not Matt Hancock, especially when he was laughing on TV the other day that the fact that the first man to get COVID vaccination, whether they actually stuck him, didn't stick him, because they did someone else, didn't they, and they injected him through his sleeve, apparently. Didn't even roll his sleeve up, so that was good. But yeah, the first man to get injected in this country, whether they put saline in or not, was William Shakespeare from Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. So Matt Hancock was asked about that on TV, and Piers Morgan said, "Oh, you're crying. You seem to have found that quite emotional." I don't think there's one person I know that don't look at that. Well, some probably do actually, but they're not speaking to me. So, yeah. And then the first bloke in Kent to get vaccinated was, can't remember his first name, but his second name was Lamb from Romney Marsh. So that tickled us pink a bit as well. Anyway, I'm going to whiz through this. There's so much information coming out now about how the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, have infiltrated America and a lot of the world. There's due to be released, even though people were decoding it and translating it yesterday, it's coming into the mainstream news that a list of 2 million CCP members around the globe, there's meant to be about 70,000 of those in the USA. How many of them are here in the UK? It's going to be wonderful to see who's on that list and are paid up members. There was very loose reports about an F-16 plane crashing and how Chinese troops were coming across the Canadian border, and the US military dropped a £30,000 bomb, a bunker buster bomb, into an underground bunker that killed 50,000 Chinese troops. Now, when I say loosely, it's because that's only come from one person saying that, and we can't prove it. I was on Google Maps most of the day yesterday, so was Bella Red, having a look, and I had a chat with her about it, so we're keeping our eyes on that, but there's not really any more information. The guy that was saying it, Hal Turner, on his radio show, was basically saying a section of the forest was replanted, but I can't really see anything untoward in my investigation on that, so you make of that what you will. Code Monkey Z on Twitter has been dropping picture after picture after picture of all the governors, people in high positions of power in the USA, having Chinese meetings and meals and all this sorts of stuff. Mad Dog Mattis, General Mattis, eavesdropping stuff all the time. So this is all coming out, and what we've seen, Hunter's laptop is now in the news now. Now a lot of people are saying that the mainstream media are now putting this out. Why didn't they put it out before the election? Well, they're putting it out now because they believe Biden's won, and they're pushing the fact that Biden has won when he's not, because General Flynn, highly respected man, he's saying on a scale of 1 to 10, who will be the next president of the United States? 10, Donald Trump. So that's what he's saying. If you look at that speech Mike Pompeo made to a governors meeting, and he had all 50 governors there, he basically said, and he let them know, and a lot of them was quite surprised when he told them this, that the Chinese government, the CCP, have published a document, or they have leaked a document, that all 50 of these governors are on their list, and they're labelled either, I think I've spoken about this before, friendly, hardline, or ambiguous. And he said you can decide where you fit on that list. But there's so much information coming out now about how the Chinese are already there. You know, this is a lot of the reason why the Democrats want open borders, because you know, I think their plan was to take Donald Trump out if they didn't win the election and attack from within as best they could. But you know, you've got to take these talks about, you know, there's a lot of information coming out now as well about Justin Trudeau obviously training the Canadian forces with Chinese forces, but there's so much stuff about their plan was to invade the USA through Canada, right? Because Canada would never do that, they're a beautiful country, but Justin Trudeau is turning out to be an even bigger deviant than we once thought he was before. So, as usual, I'm just parroting sort of a bit of information really that I'm hearing that you won't get on the mainstream media. So, I don't know if you do tune into this, and because it's easy and compact for you, because you've got a busy life, then please go and do your own investigation on top of that. But that's what I'm doing, just trying to smash out a few truths, or so-called truths, stuff that the MSN don't tell us, which most of the time a lot of it is true, isn't it? The Georgia court case filed by Texas and the other states went to the Supreme Court. They've rejected it or turned it away. Now, whether this is part of Trump's plan to find out a little bit more who's corrupt, because he knows Judge Robert and that lot is corrupt, but is he doing this to show the American people? We shall see. You know, a lot of people believe that he's going to drop that 2018 executive order in a minute, which talks about election fraud and anyone involved in it. So, you know, if China and anyone else have been buying up, because I read today that they've bought up some part of the USA military academy and stuff for 15 million 2015. So, you know, if the Chinese own a lot of this stuff, and these people have been proved to have been involved in a fraudulent investigation, Trump can seize all their assets. That's it, bosh. We're having all that back. So yeah, that could be imminent. Lots of people talking about the Insurrection Act is going to happen soon, and martial law. I'm not sure whether the USA is still under martial law anyway. You know, quietly in the background. Got to wait and see. Anyway, today's the 14th. The Electoral College are meant to make a vote today, aren't they? So we'll see if they... Let me just have a quick look at this. Oh no, sorry. Let's get it on that piece of the screen. Now, they're meant to make their vote today, published on 4th of December. UK voters cast their ballot, blah blah blah. But this says here, long a mere formality, a vote on Monday by members of the Electoral College formally recognised Joe Biden as the next US President as on unusual importance. The results of the November 3rd vote have been certified by each of the 50 states. Now, I don't think they have been. So, when was that written? Oh. No. Yeah, that is today. Well, that is bollocks then, isn't it? That's the South China Morning Post. Oh, wow. Didn't realise that. I just googled it. That's the first one that came up. Well, says it all, doesn't it? That the China Post is pushing Biden as the winner. So, there we go. Funny that. So, let's come back on here. Just for a minute. Yes, so, today's the 14th. That's meant to happen. DNI, Department of National Intelligence, Ratcliffe, is meant to make his report by the 18th. But today, the 14th, gives us 10 days. Oh, is that 10 days again? Keeps not happening, doesn't it? Up until December the 24th. Now, December the 24th, Christmas Eve, Trump has made a federal holiday for all the federal employers, apart from the essential ones. So, things are getting hotting up, getting exciting. I don't know what's going on. We don't. If it goes dark, you know why. And I do hope that, obviously, you tell people there might be 10 days of darkness, but if they don't listen, yeah, that's rubbish. You keep saying it's going to happen, it's never happened. Okay, that's fine. But if it does happen, I do hope that the people that are, non-believers will actually not be as scared, because they'll go, oh, hang about a minute. Didn't old loony say this might happen? I'll try and get hold of him. Find out what's going on. So, yes. The planets are lining up on the 21st. I don't know whether that's something to do with me feeling ill or not. Whether I've got a bug, whatever. I don't know. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, the mainstream media are now... I've just said that. In case you've not got it on Twitter, one of the Austrian members of Parliament did a PCR test on COVID, for COVID, live in the Austrian Houses of Parliament the other day on Coca-Cola, and it tested positive live. So, then I watched a video of someone doing it a bit later on YouTube, on a pot of apple sauce. So, if you're still walking about with a mask and you believe all that, good for you. Now, Michael Jaco was with Jay Campbell just now. I just watched theirs this morning. I haven't posted it yet. He told a brilliant little story about two guys at work played a little trick on one of their mates. And he basically said, oh, you're looking a bit peaky there, mate. Oh, I feel right. So the other mate would come along. Are you alright? You don't look very well. And the bloke was like, no, I'm fine. By the end of the day, this guy went, guys, I'm going home. I really don't feel very well. Now, he related that to the mainstream media. And now, this constant barrage of fear and fear and fear is making people not feel very well. It's making people feel scared and walking about in masks and all that sort of stuff. Constant fear porn. So, I thought that was a good little analogy, that. There you go. Now, I was just thinking here, I've got one thing on there. All my friends, all my truther friends, we have said to each other, and you go on these websites, X22 and stuff, if everything goes down, you can still find me here at X22 Report, and you know, if Facebook goes down, and find these other platforms so you can still talk to each other. Well, you know, we've done all that. So if it does all go down, I think I've got as many of your phone numbers as I need. If I haven't got your phone number, you can always send it to me on one of the platforms we use, because if Facebook goes down, WhatsApp might go down, so you won't be able to use any of that stuff, whether Telegram will go and whatever. Gab, Parler, MeWe, don't know. But if you want to send me your phone number and I haven't got it, send it to one of those platforms in a message. Okay, lovely jubbly. Right, make sure I go on my PC screen. PC screen. Here we go. Right, I'm just going to go down my Twitter. Let's go on my page. We'll go down here quickly. Yeah, I think Trump's about to drop that 2018 executive order. This is Trump coming out at this is the Army and Navy game. And you see him run down there. He had a little jog down there, didn't he? Because the MSN took that mick out of him because he walked down the platform holding a handrail when he saluted over 1,000 soldiers at West Point. That was amazing. Amazing. I've never seen any president do that. Troops love him. It's just another video there. Army and Navy game. Now, this is, I'm not going to read this out to you. This one, I copied this from the board. One of the Anons put this up yesterday. But you can just screenshot that. This is about what Jack's doing, any keywords that you're using, that they're using to censor you. So I'm not reading that out. The tweet is unavailable. So he's put a tweet up there. I retweeted that, and that tweet is unavailable. Oh, this is his governor.
China. Stop selling us out to China. Stop selling us out to China. Stop selling us out to China.
Nothing you can do about it.
I
love you and you can't do a thing about it.
That you sell us out to China? He just said I can't do a thing about him selling us out to China.
Yeah, this is one of the, he's a Republican, Al Green. Stop selling us out to China. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's not just Democrats. Oh no, Republican Al Green. Representative Al Green. Right, okay, so he is a Democrat. Yeah, owned. Republicans have played out. I'm only going to whiz through this today. What's that? Oh, that's, sorry, I don't need to read all that, that's just... Now, someone said there, you mean to tell me there's just one random soldier dressed up like a ribbit and 17 isn't real? It's funny that, isn't it? Because that comes into view just as Trump is walking past the 17-yard line as well. So, what's that there? Small timer here, but who or why is this guy standing on row? Oh, I didn't see that. MNOP. Yeah, he's standing there on that. Wow. Wow, these are all they're all signs, isn't it? Look at him standing there, one geezer dressed as a frog. Magic. I don't like posting anything of his, but I've showed you this before, my Muslim faith.
Talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that is not something that my Christian faith talked
Your Christian faith, you mean? Faith, you mean? Yes, my Christian faith. He's made so many gaffes while he's been speaking. £50 there. Now, the latest store coming in, you can't make this up. Here's the storm upon us. Winter storm is called Flynn. Wow, magical. Oh, him again. Oh, listen to this.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with that. What you?
I have to tell you what they're going to do. Universal cosmic law. Now, the whole plan was to bring him back as president for a third term, with maybe Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris in front of the camera, and him, you know, doing that, talking for an earpiece. Tony Blair. All his Chinese connections, or Tony Blair, as I like to call him. Yeah, Charlie Ward, only one that is a bit, oh, I've heard he's on the other side. Well, he's got General Flynn on his show this week, so go Charlie, that's going to be awesome. Pfizer's ex-chief of allergy, allergy research, Dr. Michael Yeadon, has asked the EU's medicine agency to halt COVID vaccine studies. I'm sure Trump is pushing this vaccine just to get a batch out of them, to test it and prove it's faulty. I do hope, seeing as a lot of people I know are adamant they're going to have a vaccine, that they are in control of the needlers and it's only saline coming out of them. Now, this is a bit old, this clip, but some people think this is John F. Kennedy Jr. walking down the lane with his wife, because people are going, Jan, Jan. Right at the end. There you go. Now, I'm not one of these. I can't prove that JJ is alive. I can't prove Di is alive, Michael Jackson, or anyone, of course. But I hope they are. And I do follow this plan and everything that's going on around it. So that would be an absolutely beautiful thing. But yeah, who's that guy walking down the lawn? You've got to number one, you've got to have some clout to walk down the lawn and get on Marine One with the president. The reporters, whoever are calling John. I don't know. You tell me. Now, why wouldn't it be? Military position, yeah. Pepe comes. Oh, there's another one there. Yes, I did see that one, but I forgot about that. So, Pepe comes into view there. Trump is on the 17-yard line. You know, the White House can edit these and do exactly what they want with them, can't they? That again. Where is it? Can't see Pepe there though. He must come out. Right on time. Right on time. This is Biden leak. Now what was he going to do here? He was about defunding the police after he got an election.
When the election takes place down in Georgia. But I also don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves on dealing with police reform in that, because they've already labeled us as being defund the police. Anything we put forward in terms of the organizational structure to change policing, which I promise you will occur. Promise you. Just think to yourself and give me advice whether we should do that before January 5th, because that's how they beat the living hell out of us across the country.
Yeah, he was basically saying there, wasn't he? Let's just keep that quiet. Antifa is going out. Now, this is this Chinese stuff that's going to be released today. Mainstream media, I believe.
Breaking news that will be front page of The Australian tomorrow, and big news in the UK as well. Amid rising tensions in the Australia-China relationship, there has now been a major leak of official records from the Chinese Communist Party. It is believed to be the first leak of its kind in the world. A register with the details of nearly 2 million Communist Party members. It includes their name, party position, birth date, national ID number, ethnicity, and in some cases, even their phone number. What's amazing about this database is not just that it exposes people who are members of the Communist Party and who are now living and working all over the world, from Australia to the US to the UK, but it's amazing because it lifts the lid on how the party operates under President and Chairman Xi Jinping. But this leak shows that party branches are embedded in some of the world's biggest companies and even inside government agencies. That's right, Communist Party branches have been set up inside Western companies, allowing the infiltration of those companies by CCP members who, if called on, are answerable directly to the Communist Party, to the chairman, the president himself. Along with the personal identifying details of 1.95 million Communist Party members, mostly from Shanghai, there are also the details of 79,000 Communist Party branches, many of them inside companies. This leak, and it's going to be front page of The Australian tomorrow and a big story in the UK as well, is a significant security breach that is likely to embarrass the Chinese president. But it's also going to embarrass some global companies who appear to have no plan in place to protect their intellectual property from theft, from economic espionage. Breaking news that will be front page.
That goes on for longer on other links, but that's all you need to know about that. You can read that. That's that again. Boom. That's one of mine. Collect the phone numbers and email addresses of your online friends. Register for communication sites not under control of big tech. Get acquainted with image boards. Prepare provisions and have IRL backups in plan. Don't know what that is. IRL. But that's what I've just been saying. So if all communications go down and no one can see any drops coming in, I'm going to be going onto the main board on 8Coon if it's still working, which I imagine it will be, because they got such knowledge on there that no one will be shutting them down. So that's where I'll go. What else? Right, here's this. They don't even hide this. The Australia First Minister taking the vaccine. Oh, now I'm sure I know this has only just come out, but I'm sure I've seen that before. Anyway.
Tienen a la primera ministra de Australia promoviendo la vacuna cuando ni ella misma toma la vacuna. Aquí pueden ver que la tapa de la jeringa.
Yeah, so she didn't even take the cap off the needle there for the TV, and it's no wonder she went, "Oh, have you done it? I didn't feel a thing." No, really. Bar. I do hope he's in stealth mode. 17 seconds, no.
President, what did you mean by calm before the storm yesterday? What did you mean by that?
Thank you very much. You'll find out.
We'll find out.
You'll see.
If it ain't here, it's not far away. Pompeo enacts an executive order against Chinese Communist Party members. Right, Tuesday. That was yesterday. No, it wasn't. It's Monday today. Sorry, I'm not with it. Right. Can anybody explain why the Michigan Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, is blocking the forensic analysis report of the Dominion voting machines that took place on December the 6th? Well, I can explain it easily. They're trying to hide things, aren't they? As usual. See, other people here warning about, oh, that's Code Monkey. Trump goes through this rumour that, yeah, prepare for blackout, you don't know. A lot of California sheriffs, 40% of California sheriffs are refusing to enforce Governor Newsom's pandemic orders. It's good, people are standing up, the sheriffs are standing up with the people. Is this woman, I don't need to show you this, she does a applesauce PCR test positive for COVID. Rosenbar, one eye saving. This is the, I don't need to show you that either. Austrian MP uses coronavirus test on cola in Parliament. That's about 2 minutes long. And the, it's in Austrian as no, it's not, it's in German, because I think they speak German in Austria, don't they? What else is going on? Kofi Annan. This is good. I enjoy this.
And is reluctant. You win? You have a problem with it? You know what you should do? You should sanction me. Sanction me with your army. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have an army. I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's right. And is reluctant.
Yeah, I like that. That's because not only are they talking about, or is there talk about, the deep state using Chinese troops, but also talking about United Nations troops who are there, a deep state proxy army, because there's so much information coming out about them, about child trafficking and all sorts. It's just a guy talking about sending his kids to school. Supreme Court, Justice Department. These things here, you can just. I just wanna look at this guy here. Puts a mask on. I don't even need to turn the volume up on that. Puts a mask on. Out for the TV cameras. Takes his mask off. There you go. Just for the TV. Pathetic. That's General Flint there. Gina Haspel. Yeah, you can read that because I don't want to say that. Yeah, now this is going on as well. This a new thing now. This, I think they're trying to find that they've made up 2 new states, New California and New Nevada. They're trying to get away from these evil governors that have been, you know, ruling over them. No stuff. I showed you that, didn't I? 3 masks. No, I think you've seen all that. Yeah, we've definitely seen all that. So, what we got to watch coming up? JC. 2 biking videos. So, that's what I'm going to do next. Beach Broadcast and JC, number 61. Sweet as. So, let's go on there. Oh, I'm full of aches and chills. Right, that's a little catch up. If I'm about, I'll try and have another catch up. Be safe, take care, lots of love. Because when we've done that, when we've done MAGA, we want to do MEGA. Lots of love.